respect to the budget and manpower, those type of issues, kind of gives us a gauge as to, where we need to concentrate things in the future. So, just to do a little background on that one. Anybody else in that row? Moving back to the next row. Welcome. Just your name and address for the row.
Douglas Lemire. I'm on 53 White Street.
Good evening, Mr. Lemire.
I had a problem with the, I guess the permits for my heating and air conditioning unit, as well as my hot water heater that got destroyed in the flood. They called my insurance company. My insurance company, because they were as busy as they were, took a while to get back. I didn't get the estimates and all that done until the 9th, which was past the waiver, I guess, that you guys had put forth for the permits.
Right.
Now, going past the waiver, now the township wants to charge $450 for the new permits. I don't have the money. I don't understand why it's not waived. I have all the documentation that it was destroyed during the flood, that I removed everything during the flood, that I started the process with the insurance company before that, but unfortunately, as busy as they weren't able to get the paperwork to me that I needed to get the heating company out there until the 9th. So I don't know if there's something that the council can do.
Have you brought all the documentation to
Yeah, to Tom Casey, and the council to do a resolution.
Was there an expiration on that?
Yeah, I didn't.
30 days. 30 days. And I also did give his name to Rotary, because Rotary took up collection for also things that.
I think if Mr. Lemire was affected by the flood and has the documentation, through, stating such, I definitely don't have an issue with us extending the same courtesy, to Mr. Lemire. I mean, if that's
well, why can't we just do a resolution to open it back up and leave it open-ended, like I think we've done with the
Yeah, I mean, I think
the concern with being open-ended is difficulty as time goes by linking to the flood. I think that was the concern. Obviously, you folks make the decision on that.
Yeah.
We can be concerned that when we have something open-ended like that, there will be people that say,
I mean, I think the documentation is important in the time frame. I mean, if you started the process, before, I think in 30 days to deal with an insurance company, as we all know, is not a very big window.
So much less if you're dealing with FEMA, the FDA, or your insurance company.
Well, with that being said, I think, Mr. Lemire, we'll have Ms. Hoffman contact the construction official.
Yeah.
So,
Mr. Mayor, may I recommend, this is a project that Mr. Lemire hasn't indicated the urgency of this, but we're in the winter time. Absolutely decent like heating and everything. If you take a vote this evening to approve the waiver, then the manager can inform Mr. Casey, and we can simply put a confirmatory memorializing resolution. That was my next step.
thank you.
Sorry, didn't mean to jump on your territory there.
With that, do I have a motion from council stating approval of the
Second.
a motion on the floor, a second. Ms. Conlon, may I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Bauer?
Yes.
Mr. Dow?
Yes.
Mr. Falco?
Yes.
Mayor Donovan?
Yes. Again, Mr. Lemire, with that being said, Ms. Hoffman will contact the construction official.
Okay.
I'll let him know what
Can I have the
transpired.
heating company just contact the construction office again?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for your help.
Thank you. With that, I apologize for the inconvenience of that process. Mr. Ray, you're eager with anticipation. Welcome.
Michael out now. Our report. On behalf of the library, I would like to congratulate Rich DeFalco on his election to the Mount Holly Council Council. On Thursday, November 3rd, the Women's League of Mount Holly held a Meet the Candidates program at the library, in which members of the public were invited to meet candidates Alan Hallowell and Rich DeFalco. Approximately 50 people attended. On Saturday, November 5th, the Bridge of Hope held a wine tasting fundraiser at the library. On Wednesday, November 9th at 11 a.m., the Toy Brick Building Club met for their monthly meeting, always the second Wednesday of the month. Supervisor Michelle Diaz always offers a challenging Lego project for these young builders. On Saturday, November 12th, the Burlington County Art Guild held their reception and awards for the Gisela Bly Juried Art Show at the library that was put in place at the beginning of the month. 36 artists competed for $700 in prizes. 45 visitors signed the guest book. On Saturday, November 12th, the Academy of Natural Sciences presented Geology Really Rocks, a geology program for the family. 16 adults and 28 children attended. The program was funded by a grant from Subaru of America, Incorporated. On Wednesday, November 16th, there was a meeting of the member libraries of the Burlington County Library System at the Mount Holly Library. There are 9 member libraries and 7 branch libraries in the Burlington County Library System. The main distinction between a branch and member library is that the staff of branch libraries are employees of Burlington County. The staff of member libraries are in most cases employees of the small associations that run these libraries. The meeting was to discuss new ordering procedures for the McNaughton Book Lease program. Books and Brunch met for their monthly meeting on Thursday, November 17th, the third Thursday of the month. Tonight, the Mount Holly Historical Society is presenting Mount Holly in Photographs, Then, Now, and In Between. The show will include 4 panels of a panorama created in the 1950s of the downtown district. This show will go on for at least 2 more weeks if somebody wants to stop by during regular library hours. The library is in the process of making available to patrons copies of The Secret of Freedom, a television special from 1959 featuring actor Tony Randall and filmed on location in Mount Holly. And Eddie and the Cruisers, a movie from 1983, also filmed in Mount Holly. We're in the process of making copies so that it's available for borrowers. On Sunday, December 4th, from 12 to 5, the library will participate in a Victorian holiday presented by the Burlington County Freeholders at historic Smithville Park. Members of the board will decorate one of the rooms of the mansion. To complement Ironworks Hill reenactment on Saturday, December 10th at 10:30 a.m., the Burlington County Historical Society will present a show at the library entitled The Hessians, about the role of these forces in the American Revolution. On Sunday, December 11th, from 5 to 7, the library will hold a holiday open house, including refreshments, door prizes, songs of the seasons, and tours. A $5 donation is requested. Any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Anybody else in the 4th grade? Moving on back to the 5th grade. Evening, Ms. Wright.
Holly Doyle, 33 Lake Street. Here representing Main Street, Mount Holly. Volunteers have been working throughout the last few days to decorate Mount Holly for the holidays, and that will continue. Our parade is going to be Friday evening, and I think it starts at 6 o'clock, I'm pretty sure.
It starts at 6:30, they line up
6:30?
at Sacred Heart, and the parade will start at 7.
Okay. And then immediately following the parade, there is the tree lighting, which is on the corner of Washington and High Street. So, there'll be more hands needed on the lot to help us with the tree and everything. If you see anyone out there and you have some time spare, please help out. So, hope you all come to the parade.
Thank you, Mr. Will. Anybody else wishing to speak? Seeing none, we'll close the public portion of the meeting. Move on to the new business at hand. The consent agenda listed as resolutions number 2011-179, 2011-180, 2011-181, 2011-182, 2011-183, the approval of department head reports, and the approval of the treasurer's report. Do I have any questions or comments from the council regarding the consent agenda?
Kathy, on 2011-179, that's the amount.
Yes.
Is that added to monies that we already received additionally, or?
No, that's the grant that we received, and we had to
wood chips?
That's what this will be for.
Okay, so that hasn't been done
No,
yet?
we had to have that material.
Okay. So this was offered to us in the past, we just never received it because we were waiting for approval of the things that we were gonna do.
Yeah,
Okay, all right. I just kind of remember that we had discussed a project with the Mount
right.
a year ago.
Like I said, nothing moves down.
Okay,
No.
all right, just making sure it's the same thing. All right, that was my only question about that. So we already have another question.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Mr. Dow?
I'm good.
Mr. DeFalco? No, I have nothing for Ms. Hoffman. With that being said, I have a motion on the floor to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
A motion on the floor by Mr. Dow. Do I have a second to Mr. Dow's motion? Seconded by Mr. DeFalco. Ms. Conner, Romero, roll call, please.
Mr. Fountain?
Yes.
Mr. Dow?
Yes.
Mr. DeFalco?
Yes.
Mayor Dyer?
Yes. Any other new business to be presented?
I do have, I want to thank Beth and Mark Parker for organizing, like Holly said, the decorations downtown. I understand that we were able to purchase the wreaths and the garland around those poles from another municipality off of Gov Deals.
Great, last
They
year.
look absolutely beautiful. I also want to thank Alan Hollowell for taking his time as well, and the bucket truck, and, you know, hanging up the wreaths. And I saw him the other day, I think it was Sunday. Looks
It was
nice down.
Sunday.
Thank you very much. Saturday and Sunday he was down there. So, I just want to make that known.
He
And
hasn't
also-
stopped yet.
No, I know. And also, I met with Goodwill and recycling of computers and TV and electronics. We haven't been able to do that, but we are going to put a container, it's gonna be on a trial basis, where residents will be able to bring their electronics to the Public Works garage, and there'll be a Goodwill container, and you'll walk in and there'll be designated areas for TVs, computer monitors, computer equipment, and also clothing, and we'll see how that goes.